Hello again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. We've been going through so many crazy situations, but I guarantee you it's going to end up being a positive outcome. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback and the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very informative to you or just give you good vibes or good inspiration you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, please go ahead and share, especially with the empaths that are going through really trying times and just need spiritual guidance or needs confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes. Please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And I hope and pray that you are able to resonate with the videos. And I love you from the bottom of my heart and so much grateful or very appreciating the support. And today, the background music I'm using for meditation is called Boost Productivity and Focus Stop Procrastination. Activity and Focus Stop Procrastination. Mind activating binaural beat music, and I will post that link in the description box below. And my video today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you're the gatekeeper of your life. Be cautious because the enemy is trying to take over the kingdom, whether it's coming through you in dreams, for the kingdom, whether it's coming through you in dreams, you fully embracing your gift so it allows you to know what duties you had in your prior lives to where it's going to basically continue off where it left off, basically, for what you're doing now. Because like I told you before, and you probably already realized, we are that generation that's breaking the cycles as well as the curses. So when you know you have an important part that you're going to deal with whatever is coming, the enemy will study your weaknesses. They will try to learn you inside and out. And for you to be able to deal with stuff like that, you have to be able to know when something or someone is throwing speed bumps in your way for you to lose focus. They want you to think negative about about yourself and about your situation and about your duties to the world. A lot of us is going through a lot of things, and there's certain things that we're probably still touring with, that we're trying to heal from. A lot of things you're kind of come to terms with and let go and part ways with. Allow yourself to be able to see things as a learning experience and not from the world being punished. You're being punished by the world, because a lot of times when we go through certain situations, we might feel like, oh, the world hates me, God hates me, he's not listening to me, he's blind to every situation I'm going through. You have to understand, he knows every situation you're going through. If you can sit up here, it took me a long time to actually look at my whole situation and see, what, this is a learning experience. It allows you to whatever you're weak in, your vulnerable points, is allowing you to be able to manifest growth, your power, personal power in your life, and how you create it. You're that co-creator. Life is what you make it. If you see it as being hard, detrimental, and everything is like, you have that black cloud over your head and it's steady raining, then that's what you're going to get. If you see yourself as saying, what, I know I'm not perfect, nobody is, but I know my weak points. If I feel like I have negative talk about myself, that's telling me, okay, I got a low self-esteem, I need to work on that. Or I've always been that person wanting things to progress and happen, manifest right now. That your situation is allowing you to teach yourself patience, not believing things unless you see it. A lot of times things will happen in your favor and you won't be able to see it. It's just how, if you're so focused on one thing and not actually looking at the whole situation from a broader perspective, you'll miss out on a blessing that they'll be right in front of your face and you don't realize it. It took me a lot. I had to really, like yesterday, I was going through so many different emotions early that morning. Like, I'm tired of feeling this way. I had to be able to detach myself from everything, like from everything, because the enemy was trying to take over my life. It was trying to take over my thoughts. It's trying to take over how I looked at things. And I said, you know what? No, I'm not dealing with that no more. If you want to, you're in a situation that you really truly don't want to be in, you have to allow yourself to see what is being taught to you, because we are in situations for us to be that example towards everybody that is in our surroundings, that we come across every day. To allow yourself to know you're that example. People will be able to be influenced by you. You will be that inspiration for them, to let them know, you know what, I want to be able to grow like that. It's not like you're comparing yourself to them, but if they know, that someone in your life is making a positive impact, and you see the struggles that they're opening up to tell you about, and you still see them trying, that is a good thing. I always say there's more room for improvement. You learn new stuff every day. You learning things off of me, I'm learning things off of you. And I love that, because the fact is, when y'all drop your comments and let me know the things, how you focus on your triggers, how you can see yourself is like, okay, this situation triggers me. This one puts me in a different mood. Okay, that's courage right there, because you're allowing yourself to see your weak points, and you're like, you know what, I need to work on that. And that's all we need to do. When you're giving corrective criticism and not being harsh, because there's a different when somebody comes at you passive aggressive. I've had that. I'm just like, how are you gonna give me a compliment and sit up here and stab me with a dagger at the same daggone time? I don't need that type of friendship. A lot of times people leave them on here, and I don't even give them the time of day. I just say, you know what, let me just go ahead and block these people, because you are not going to steal my joy today. I'm not going to place my energy on that. You already know. You have to be able to look in your life and say, okay, is this going to bring me growth? Is this going to help me succeed to the next level? Is this situation, is it allowing me to be the best version of myself, or working towards the version of myself? You have to be able to see yourself asking those questions, because you're at this point where you had to go through major trials, you had to go through major trauma, and for you to be able to have that empath switch on, you're going through more things where it's allowing you to know the different gifts that are installed in you that you didn't know about. You kind of figure it is, because you feel like there's something missing out of my life, there's something I'm not remembering, because like I tell y'all, I know there's a lot of new people that just subscribe, but we signed up for this many millenniums ago. But the fine print they didn't want to tell you is that all your powers, all your gifts are going to be shut off. You have to be able to go through all these different things where it's going to trigger a lot of stuff. And then when it comes to that point, that switch is going to be coming on. And that's what your spiritual awakening is. We're all living in a human experience. Spiritual beings, but living a human experience. This is the lives that you learn throughout the things that you do on a daily basis, and allowing you to grow, allowing you to be able to see things towards different perspective, different levels, using, positive perception on things instead of a negative one. It took me a long time. I ain't even gonna lie, for me to actually see, this situation is, it's not punishing me, it's actually allowing me to know I have that self-love. If somebody's not appreciating me and they're taking me for granted, part my ways. Just part my ways. You don't gotta argue with people. You ain't gotta sit up here and get an explanation. You know how you feel about yourself. If you know you're not projecting that part on you, and you're doing everything, and people are not reciprocating back to you the same way, they don't, you're doing everything in your power to make sure that they're happy, make sure they're appreciated, but you're not getting that back, and you feel that, and you have probably voiced it out to them. If you voice yourself out to them and you say, look, this is a problem here, I'm starting to see this pattern with this person, and if they keep doing it, you have to be able to just separate yourself. You ain't got to give no explanations, no kind of, this is the reason why I'm leaving you. There are so many people I'm parted ways with, but I still wish them, blessings. It took me a long time to do that, especially if I know you're going out your way to do stuff like that to me. It was just so many times I would be so mad and be going off, but it's just like you're not getting the point. A lot of people in our lives were only supposed to be there for a season, and that's a lot of our issues because we put lifetime expectations on seasonal people. A lot of times they're coming into your life for you to grow. A lot of times people are coming in your life to hurt you so you can allow yourself to know what this too shall pass. This was a learning experience for me, and I learned that sometimes you have to just walk away, not worrying about that sorry, not worrying about that explanation on why they did things. You have to just be able to part ways with people. Some people just walk off the face of the earth after they got their little information and kept it moving because they were supposed to learn off of you. All these different things is preparing you for growth. All these different things is allowing you to have faith within yourself and as well as the universe, that they wouldn't have you stepping out on a limb and telling you to part ways with certain people, telling you to part ways with certain materialistic things, or how you look at things, how you treat people, if they weren't trying to get you to know and grow. You have to be able to understand that, because a lot of times, we feel like people think we're crazy. Yeah, because half of the time, some of us are crazy, but then there are certain ones you got that gift to where if everything is starting to be sensitive and heightened and people aren't awake, they're going to think you're crazy because you're fully awake. You're actually seeing the world for as it is. We're all connected, where nothing means everything. So, you have that power to do what you need to do. If you feel like you're going through that mental spell or whatever, I always tell people, if you need to go see a therapist, make sure you get a like-minded therapist. Like, are they an empath? Are they open to spiritual, attacks? Are they, these things? Because if you go to a therapist that is not awake and you start telling them stuff, I trust they will have your butt locked up in a minute. That's why I'm very, cautious about people that open up to where they're therapists like that. I always tell people, if you feel like there's something mentally wrong with you, go ahead and get evaluated, but make sure it's somebody who is on that spiritual journey as you. That's a good thing when you can actually have a therapist that is like spiritually like-minded like you, because they'll understand, okay, you had to go through this certain period of abuse, you had to go through a certain period of trauma for you to understand what you were truly here to create. What was your duty upon the world as being a light worker? All these different things that came on because the enemy, I'm telling you, when they know you about to make a giant impact in the world, they will creep up on you. They will creep up on you and take a hold of your kingdom. If that's not, having you, if you're married, having your marriage all up in studying your significant others, weaknesses, as well as the things that they know that can tempt them to doing things. They'll do that to you, as well as your children. Everything will be to the point where it's all in chaos, because that allows you to lose focus on what's important. So you have to be making sure everything is like Fort Knox. Once you in, you in. What you out is out. And you got to go through a security clearance before I open the door. That's what you need to do. And so all these things is coming to you because you are growing. You're excelling. You're allowing yourself to see things from a broad point of view. You're allowing yourself to put that room in and place time for growth. You're allowing yourself to improve on ways that you weren't able to do before, because you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know how to put it into words. You didn't know how to put it into true form. Because like, okay, if I say this to this person, are they going to actually understand what I'm talking about? And it's a beautiful thing that, we all, I always tell people, if you don't feel comfortable with putting things, on the channel, and you really feel like those situations resonate to you, and you really want to reach out to me, I always tell people, look me up on Facebook Messenger. You can get in touch with me there. Anything that you want to talk about is confidential. No judgment there. I said the only 3 things I don't deal with. Anybody who has cruelty to animals, I don't deal with. People has cruelty to, senior citizens and beating up on folks like that, I don't deal with. And people that definitely don't, main one is touching little children in the wrong way. I ain't got time for no situations like that. That's the only time. And I still try not to pass judgment, but that's just like, I can't deal with you. I can't. Those 3 things I don't deal with. So, it's a good thing that you can be able to reach out to somebody and say, you know what, I feel so much better because I'm not alone. These people are struggling with the same things I am. You're an outsider. You feel like you don't fit in anywhere. You're not supposed to, because you were born to stand out. You have to be able to understand what your trials are and allow yourself to grow, heal, and improve and become that better version. So the next person that's following behind you is going through the same things that you can allow yourself to see. You can be able to help them as well, saying, hey, you're not alone. There's different people I've ran up in, not ran into, that didn't even know that they were empaths. I met people that, I was just doing, being a good Samaritan, and they opened up their minds and wanted to tell me their life story or whatever. As us as empaths do, people want to tend to tell us things. So, and I'm like, hey, do you get nervous when you're around a large group of people, or you just feel overwhelmed? They're like, yes. I said, are you addicted to anything? I'm no judgment, but are you addicted to anything to where you try to balance yourself out? Because I feel like a lot of empaths have addictions. It doesn't have to be just a drug. It can be the way you see yourself, the way you see other people. Are you always looking for the worst in people? Are you, always seeing the worst in you and not allowing yourself to give yourself credit where credit's due? Because a lot of times we push that out on ourselves, especially if it was projected, towards us as children. We allow ourselves to put our own self down before, you're so used to other people doing it, you start doing it. All these different things, because I feel like empaths done gone through so much, because you felt everything, you go through everything, you see everything, so it overwhelms you to where you're a good one if you ain't had no addictions. If you never drank, you never smoked cigarettes, you ain't never smoked weed, or you ain't never popped pills, or doing harsher drugs like cocaine, heroin, meth, or whatever. A lot of us learn how to cope. That was a coping mechanism. Some people are masochists, they cut themselves, or they get these painful, tattoos and stuff like that, because some people just, that's how they get through of healing, by hurting themselves. I've dealt with it. So all these different things are allowing you to know that you're not alone. Allow yourself to step back and see the things that you need to work on, because the enemy, you don't know who it could be. It could be somebody that you're dealing with that that looks like, oh, this is their Princess Charming or Prince Charming, and they're everything. So it's like, when it's too good to be true, you really need to allow yourself to know people. And I had to learn to know people before you open up and tell them your life story. You ain't got to tell them everything. I had to learn that for myself as well. But as long as you're learning from the mistakes you have and just going a different way about it, but allowing yourself to give yourself that chance to get out there and just grow. Like, a lot of times I don't like being around a large group of people. Like my daughter, she asked me, hey, you want to go? I want to go test out some cars. Yeah, I know I was going to deal with a whole bunch of different type of people. I dealt with it. I pushed myself out there because I had to get out my comfort zone. So yeah, I came back home with a painful headache, because it was overwhelming to me, because I usually don't like being around a whole group of people. If I go to Walmart, I make sure I keep my shades on and have my music blasting, and put that power of protection over me, so I don't have to deal with a lot of people, because all that energy is just too much for me. And if you go to Walmart, there's like 10,000 people in there waiting to pay for stuff, and there's only 3 registers. So you already know you're dealing with a lot of stuff anyway. But allow yourself to know the things you need to know. Don't allow the enemy to creep inside of your livelihood to be able to mess that up, because they know what you're heading towards. They see your blessings before you do. So they will sit up here and try to mess it up any kind of way to make you lose focus, so you don't get the things that you are truly working on in life. So I hope you were able to resonate. I know I put my last video out yesterday, and I got to go ahead and redo it because it didn't. I don't know what happened. I did one about the highest peak in your life. So I got ready to put that out, and all of a sudden it didn't upload, and I don't know what happened to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo that one. So I hope you were able to resonate. Drop me a line. Let me know if you're truly resonating with this. Or have you been dealing with a lot of things where, you could be doing good one day, and then something triggers you to make you think about, putting your focus on something negative, something that is not important, that is not going to bring towards your growth. Is that the only thing that's going to bring towards your your growth and your blessings is prolonging it. That's the only thing it's going to do. So, let me know if you resonate. I hope y'all have a blessed, productive week and prosperous ones. Y'all are all heading towards beautiful blessings that you've been working so hard for. So make sure you keep practicing, keep working on yourself, keep learning more about, yourself as well as your surroundings, because better things are coming towards your way that you truly deserve. So I love to give a post notification shout out to Latoya Michelle. Much love to you and Scorpion Oracle. I haven't talked to you in a while. And Latoya, much love to you and welcome to the Soul family. Like I said, if y'all ever need to, talk to me, and you don't feel comfortable with it, please don't hesitate to contact me on Facebook Messenger. Just let me know you're from the YouTube Heyoka fam or Empath fam or whatever, so I know who you are. And know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out here praying for your better days. And, like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell, so make sure you drop a line so I can go ahead and give you a post notification shout out on my next video. And, send out as much love, light, and positivity and prosperity as you possibly can. You never know, your beautiful vibes and kind words can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Love you so much. Peace.